Take a moment and just breathe. It's something we do without thinking, thousands of times a day. Every breath we take is vital for our survival. Without it, we wouldn't last more than a few minutes. But have you ever stopped to wonder how breathing actually works? Breathing is all about getting oxygen into our bodies and releasing carbon dioxide. Oxygen is like fuel for our cells, providing the energy we need to live. Carbon dioxide is a waste product that our bodies need to get rid of. This exchange of gases is the job of our respiratory system, a fascinating network of organs working together with remarkable efficiency. So, let's take a closer look at this incredible system and understand how it keeps us alive and kicking. From the moment we inhale that first breath of air to the moment we exhale, it's a journey through an intricate and efficient network of organs. Imagine your respiratory system as a team of highly skilled specialists, each with a crucial role to play. First up, we have the nose and mouth, the welcoming committee of the respiratory tract. They're responsible for taking in air from the environment. Next, we have the trachea, also known as the windpipe, a sturdy tube that acts like an air highway, channeling the air down to the lungs. The trachea branches out into two smaller tubes called bronchi, one for each lung. Think of them as the delivery trucks, ensuring the air reaches its final destination. Finally, we have the lungs, the stars of the show. These two spongy organs are where the magic of gas exchange happens. Assisting the lungs is the diaphragm, a powerful muscle beneath them that works tirelessly to control our breathing. Together, these organs make up the respiratory system, working in perfect harmony to keep us breathing and our bodies supplied with the oxygen we need. The journey of a breath begins with either the nose or the mouth. When we inhale, air rushes into our nasal passages or mouths, carrying precious oxygen along with it. The nose is equipped with tiny hairs and a sticky mucus lining that act like filters. They trap dust, dirt, and other unwanted particles, ensuring that the air entering our bodies is as clean as possible. From the nose, the air travels down the pharynx, a passageway at the back of the throat that connects to both the respiratory and digestive systems. A clever flap of tissue called the epiglottis acts like a gatekeeper here, making sure that air goes down the trachea and food goes down the esophagus. Whether it enters through the nose or the mouth, the air is now on its way to the lungs, ready to deliver its vital cargo of oxygen. The trachea or windpipe is the next stop on our respiratory journey. It's a strong, flexible tube about 4 inches long, running from the base of the throat down to the chest. Imagine it as the main highway for air, ensuring a clear and unobstructed pathway to the lungs. The trachea is made up of rings of cartilage, a tough but flexible tissue, which helps keep it open even when we bend or twist our necks. It's like a reinforced hose pipe, maintaining its shape and structure to ensure a smooth flow of air. As air travels down the trachea, it's warmed and moistened, preparing it for the delicate environment of the lungs. At the end of its journey, the trachea branches out into two smaller tubes called bronchi, one leading to each lung. Section 5. Branching out to the lungs. The bronchi are like the delivery trucks of the respiratory system, carrying the air from the trachea to their final destination, the lungs. Each bronchus enters a lung and then branches out further into smaller and smaller tubes called bronchioles. Imagine a tree trunk branching into smaller and smaller branches, reaching out to every corner of the lungs. The bronchioles continue to divide and subdivide, eventually leading to tiny air sacs called alveoli. These alveoli are the true heroes of the respiratory system. They resemble tiny balloons clustered together like grapes on a stem. The walls of the alveoli are incredibly thin, just 1 cell thick, and surrounded by a network of tiny blood vessels called capillaries. It's here in these microscopic air sacs that the crucial exchange of gases takes place. Section 6. Tiny bubbles, big exchange. The alveoli are the sites of gas exchange, where oxygen from the air we breathe enters the bloodstream and carbon dioxide, a waste product of our body's processes, is removed. Imagine the alveoli as tiny marketplaces where oxygen and carbon dioxide are traded. Oxygen from the inhaled air diffuses across the thin walls of the alveoli and into the surrounding capillaries. The capillaries are so small that red blood cells must squeeze through them single file. As the red blood cells pick up oxygen, they turn a bright cherry red, ready to deliver this life-giving gas to the rest of the body. At the same time, carbon dioxide carried in the blood from the body's tissues diffuses from the capillaries into the alveoli. This carbon dioxide-rich air is then exhaled from the lungs, completing the cycle of gas exchange. Section 7. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. The process of gas exchange relies on a simple principle: diffusion. Gases naturally move from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. In the lungs, the inhaled air has a higher concentration of oxygen than the blood in the capillaries surrounding the alveoli. This difference in concentration creates a pressure gradient, pushing oxygen to move from the alveoli into the blood. The opposite occurs with carbon dioxide, which is more concentrated in the blood than in the inhaled air. This concentration gradient drives carbon dioxide to move from the blood into the alveoli to be exhaled. The diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle below the lungs, plays a crucial role in breathing. When we inhale, the diaphragm contracts and flattens, creating more space in the chest cavity for the lungs to expand and draw in air. When we exhale, the diaphragm relaxes, reducing the space in the chest cavity and forcing air out of the lungs. Section 8. Keeping the breath of life flowing. The respiratory system is a marvel of efficiency, working tirelessly day and night to keep us alive. Every breath we take delivers vital oxygen to our cells and removes harmful carbon dioxide. It's a process we often take for granted, but one that is absolutely essential for our survival. Just like any well-oiled machine, our respiratory system needs proper care to function at its best. Avoiding smoking, exercising regularly, and protecting ourselves from air pollution are just a few ways we can keep our lungs healthy and our breath flowing freely. So, the next time you take a deep breath, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey of air through your respiratory system and the vital role it plays in keeping you alive and well.